Alright, well, let's go ahead and get started. Pretty simple game, Zerg v Zerg. Went ahead and bound my base, my hatchery, to 1, and put my first overlord to 2. I'm gonna send him out to scout while I'm spawning in more workers to gather more minerals. About the 9 resource mark, I'm gonna spawn another overlord after this guy. You need overlords as the Zerg in order to have more units. The Terran have supply depots, the Protoss have like energy core looking things, pylons. And I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because I can pretty much tell you what's gonna happen from here. Spawn another overlord, send a worker over to the Vespian gas. Vespian gas is used more for advanced units. It's not as important as minerals are, and this little guy is going to be turning into a spawning pool once I hit 200 minerals. Spawning pool allows me to turn these guys, these little larvae, into zerglings and overlord. Spawning pool is going to help me create an army. Gathering up Vespian gas, usually the cutoff point is about 200 if you're going to rush a lot of stuff. But as you'll see in the replay, I actually have to put workers back on the Vespian gas in order to keep spawning in roaches. So at this point, my first concern is, okay, well, I need to get 2 zerglings to replace my overlord so I'm not losing out here. If my overlord dies, I have to spawn another one. That's 100 minerals down the drain. Now, as you can see, he just found the enemy base. They have a spawning pool, and they're building something else. I didn't get a chance to see it at that point, but if I remember right, it was a baneling nest. So just spawned in a queen. She has a special ability called spawn larvae. You put it on the hatchery, and more larvae fall off after a certain amount of time. Zerglings went in to scout so I could get a better view, see what I was up against. Turns out it was a roachery or something like that. Roachwarren. And that big claw thing right there is a baneling nest. That's very bad. Especially for me, because I don't have the resources or anything to do a baneling bust. At this point, I'm investing entirely on my roaches winning me this match. So turned a bunch of the larvae into roaches, which are these lovely guys. They spit acid all over infantry units, burn them up pretty quick. Relatively easy strategy, especially when you get to the enemy's back line, like I'm going to in this match. Turning more, well, at this point I'd already done my research. It gives a movement speed boost to the zerglings, allows these little fuckers to run as quickly as they want. Spawned a creep tumor. Zerg buildings can only be put on creep. Sent out my army. He's a little late. And we're gonna clash right about outside his base. Yep, there they are. And those little green acid things are banelings. So pushing him back up into his base, got up the ramp without any trouble, didn't get bottlenecked, took out his queen. And at this point, I'm just trying to cause as much havoc as I can because roaches are pretty damn resilient, but they're not tanks. As you can see, I just lost one, and I'm going to be pretty much sitting here destroying all of his little drones, his workers. Just simply make him quit, which actually does work. Kill enough of the drones. I think I turned them onto the lair. Yeah, I turned them onto the lair. AI throws up the GG. I sit there for a second, I don't know why, and I pretty much surrender. I accept his surrender. That's game. Yeah, I'm gonna try explaining it a little bit better, but there you go, pretty simple.